Check, 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 check. Ha, ha. All right. Can you guys hear me? Or hear me well? I don't know why this thing won't. Let me try restarting this. Still getting things set up here. All right. Hopefully we won't have any connection issues today, but we'll find out. I'm having a little technical issue getting one of the cameras working, so give me a moment. I'll let everybody get in anyway. Okay, is it going to let me add this? Ooh. I think we're going to have to go with plan B here. Doesn't seem to want to add the camera. All right, there we go. And okay. Okay. Let's see if this is going to work. It's upside down. Okay, let's see if we can get this going. Live. All right, can you guys still hear me okay? I should probably have someone moderating on this thing, but okay. All right. Using my Plan B camera because it did it, the software didn't want to add my laptop camera, so we'll just have to go from there. Maybe it'll let me add it now. Let's see. Nope. It does not like that. I wonder what happened if I. It really doesn't want to add that. Oh, there it goes. Okay, now it added it. Finally. Okay. All righty. Good. Okay, now we're going good. Let me okay. All right, how many people we got in here now? We got 220. That's pretty good. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put there we go. 228. Okay, we'll wait a couple more minutes and then we'll get going. Fine. I think I finally got all the technical issues going, worked out. So we'll see. Hope everybody's having a happy new year. I got some pizza. Just skip over Georgia and OSU. Yeah, that was a crazy game last night. I'm a Georgia fan, so I'm happy they won, but man, they were sloppy. Ohio deserved to win. They played a better game. Georgia just got lucky, but I'm glad they won. So. All right. Someone says they ran the Eric's Train ES44 at a local train show in December, and they loved it. Cool. All right, so I guess we'll get going. We got 263 people now, so there's a lot of people. Um, I hope everyone's having a happy Happy New Year, and hope everyone had a good time last night. And uh, I hope the Ohio fans aren't too upset about last night. That was a crazy game. Two great games yesterday: TCU and Michigan, and Georgia and Ohio. Both of them, both games were awesome. So yeah, I didn't watch the ball drop. I was too busy watching the game. I think the game ended like right at midnight. It was kind of crazy. Jack Kokalakis keeps asking where are the GS Northerns. They're right back there on a shelf. That's where they are. All right. So yeah, this is the last day of the Bonanza. Um, uh, then I think I'm going to need a vacation after this because I'm getting 7 videos up in 7 days. Well, plus the Acela. I mean, it was basically 8 videos in 9 days. So it was a lot of work. So what we're going to do today is we'll talk some trains. We'll take some questions. I got some stuff to give away. I got 6 T-shirts to give away, and I got a couple train items too. I got a center beam flat car, a Lionel center beam flat car, and I've got an MTH building, like a house. So we got some cool stuff. Um, um, One of these days, I'll get to a video of the Vision Line GS locomotives. I've got 4 of them, so it'll take a while to shoot that video. That's just one of those things that keeps getting delayed, sort of like the Acela video. It took me a while to make that. So we're gonna when we run some trains today, I'll be running the new Vision Line Class A. I got number 1210. I was originally going to get 1218, but when I got to the store and saw 1218 in person, it was it has this glossy coat on it because it's supposed to look brand new, like the excursion version, and it looks great. But I just the glossy paint, I saw the glossy version next to one of the flat black versions, and I was like, man, I don't know which one to get. And finally, I couldn't decide, and finally, I ended up flipping a coin, and I got the flat black. So I got the 1210, and the 1210 is cool because I think it's the only one that has the doghouse tender on the doghouse on the tender. Um, so that makes it kind of special, and it's the World War II version. So it'll be hauling passenger cars today. Although I guess if I was going to be prototypical, it would probably be, if since it's a World War II version, it would probably be hauling coal or something. I would think, but anyway. Um, so yeah, I mean, if I'd gotten 1218, it was one of those things where it's like, well, if I get 1218, the viewers on YouTube are gonna like it more, but if I get 1210, I'll like it more, and so I decided to go with 1210 because I liked it more. So and it won the coin toss. So and then I'll be running something on the top. We might run the BNSF coal train or something like that. And then on the outer loop, on the main loop, I'll be running my military train, but it'll be being pulled by an ABBA shark nose consist that I picked up when we were up at the Lionel store in December. Um, I wanted to switch out the military train with like a coal train or something like that, but I had packing up all those military flat cars takes, I think there's like 20 something of them, 24 of them or something, and packing them up would take about 2 hours, and then unpacking all the coal stuff would take another hour or so. So I just didn't have 3 hours to spend unpacking and repacking trains. So oh well. Um, anyway, so we'll start off. Oh, someone asked how do you win? Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute. I'm going to be giving away some prizes. Okay. Um, as many of you know, there's some scams going around on YouTube where they put in the comments section that you've won and text them at this number and to claim your prize. Those are always scams. Don't ever fall for that. Number one, because I wouldn't just choose some person at random in the comments section to win, because I don't know if they want the prize. I mean, maybe they're an HO fan and they don't even have any O scale, you know. Um, and then number two, you know, it just has red flags all over it. I mean, you don't win a prize without entering a contest. You know, it's like if someone came to your door and said you won the lottery and yet you didn't buy any lottery tickets. I mean, it just wouldn't make sense. Also, it has you texting some strange number, and then finally they have you paying for shipping, which they're just going to steal the money. Which, if you won something, you shouldn't have to pay anything. So, like the T-shirts I'm giving away today, if you win one of those, you don't pay anything. I'll pay the shipping, and the same with the building and the Centerbeam flat car. I guess the only situation I could imagine having someone pay for shipping would be, you know, if it was someone in Australia and they won the freight car, I might have a side conversation with them, but you would know it was me because it would be coming from my email address, and you'd be talking to me directly, and I would verify that it was me, and I wouldn't be pressuring you into giving, you know, I would explain, okay, the shipping's this, I need you to pay, you know, whatever. That's the only situation I can think that might happen, but yeah, so don't fall for those comments. I put some filters on my channel to hopefully screen those out, but I'm sure they'll pop up again at some point. They always find a way, so don't fall for those. So what we're gonna do is to give away this stuff, I'll ask some. Oh, thanks, Michael Ketchum. Wow, thanks. Let me write that down. Oh shit. Okay. I'm going to do some trivia. And so I'll ask some trivia, and then whoever people can answer in the comments section. Whoever answers first, I'll pick them. And then that person can email me. And when they email me, this is how we did it last time. When you email me, you know, just send me, just to prove that it's you, you know, send me like a screenshot of your YouTube account. I mean, nothing sensitive, but just, you know, that I know it's your account and that, you know, you're the guy who won, and then I'll get your address and everything, and then I'll send it out. So that should be pretty clear cut. But yeah, don't ever fall for one of those things in the comments section. I know a couple people did. I had one guy contact me and it was like, I gave him $100, and I was like, sorry. Oh, and YNL LLC gave 10. Wow, thanks guys. YNL LLC did $10, and Michael Ketchum did $5. Wow, thanks guys. So Michael Ketchum says, what's your rarest O-scale model locomotive, and can you run it, please? That's a hard one. I'd have to think about that. The rarest O-scale locomotive I have. Gosh, I really don't know. Off the top of my head, I mean, there's a lot. The ones that I have are, well, there's, gosh, I don't know. I mean, the Vision Line Evolution Hybrid, those are pretty hard to find, although they do pop up from time to time, but that's pretty rare. I've got a, now this, I can't run this today because it's a, oh, let's hope the, says my stream quality is poor. Hopefully it's coming in okay. Let me know. My stream quality is poor. Let's see. Stream health. Let me know if it's coming in okay, because the YouTube is saying that the stream health is not good, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, the oh, thanks, Brad Bronson. Look at that, $20. Jeez, that's insane. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Now it says it's fine. So where was I? Oh, rare locomotives. I mean, technically, one of the rarest ones I have. I can't run it today because it's a standard gauge locomotive, but it's the Southern, the Lionel Corporate 10 plate Southern 400E state set that I have. That was a custom run that Legacy Station did. It's got my voice on it for the crew sounds, the passenger freight announcement stuff because it's MTH inside, and so it's got my voice on it. And they only made 10 of them, so uh, good luck finding one of those. So, and I guess maybe the Eric's Train ZS44 is fairly rare. We only made 150 of them, so I wish we had made more. If we, in hindsight, we should have made like 200 or 250, but we you only want to order as many as you get orders for, because you don't the last thing you want is to be stuck with a bunch of unsold locomotives. And so we did the pre-ordering, and we got 100. I think we got 140 pre-orders, and then Legacy Station got 10 extras just as a little buffer. So we got 150 of them, and I wish we'd done more. Chessie's good. So yeah, those are some of the rare ones. Yeah, it's off the top of my head. So let's see here. What can't you run today? Well, there's a lot of stuff I won't run today because it's just not. I haven't brought it out, and um, I've got stuff that I'm planning on running today. So let's see here. Are you gonna get some Menards Burlington Northern hoppers? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, I only get, Menards rolling stock. I only get every now and then because I don't run it very often. So, but maybe I'll see. I like their buildings more than their cars, but and maybe one day they'll come out with a production version of their F3. Hey, Yellow Belly did $5. Look at that. Thank you so much. Wanted to ask you a trivia question before you do. What is the only class of 484 Northerns in which 100% of the class members survived? I have no idea. You'll have to tell me that one. I could Google it and cheat. Geez, Malik Johnson did $50. Holy cow! Guys, you are being extremely generous, and I really appreciate it. That's amazing. And this George Butterini guy did $20. Wow. Well, that'll help pay for all the shipping on the shirts and the buildings. Okay, so here's the question you always get. What's your favorite O gauge locomotive? I don't know. I've thought about doing a video about like my top 10, or because when you get to the top 10 or like top 5, any of those could be a favorite. It just depends on the day. It's kind of like asking a parent who their favorite child is. It's like it just depends on the mood and the day and what I feel like. I mean, there are some that I value more than others or cherish more than others, but I don't, off the top of my head, I don't. There's I already mentioned it. Certainly, the Vision Line Evolution Hybrid is one of my all-time favorites. The Lionel Santa Fe Northerns are one of my all-time favorites. They just run great and have a great sound. The Lionel Milwaukee Road S3s, those are some of my favorites. There's a lot of them. I mean, I could go for an hour and talk about my favorite locomotives, but right now I'm on a European kick, so I've been adding a lot of the European locomotives lately. So I like those a lot too. So I don't know. Let's see here. Someone's looking forward to the NASA Space Diesel locomotive custom run from Legacy. Oh yeah, the Space Force, the Space Force SD70. That's gonna be really cool. I saw a prototype that they sent. It was funny. They got Legacy Station had to get the licensing from Space Force, and actually there was another train store. I forget who it was. It might have been the LCCA or something, or LOTS or something. But they were going to do some Space Force stuff, and they took all the deposits for it. And then Space Force contacted them and said, "You can't do this without the licensing," and so they had to cancel it, and I think refund all the money, something like that. But anyway, oh, thanks, Yellow Belly. Yellow Belly already gave me some money. Jesus. Um, the the Space Force one. So they got the licensing from Space Force to make it, and then but before they could go into full production, they had to send Space Force a prototype version so that they could approve it. And so Lionel sent one completed version to Legacy Station, and then they sent it over to Space Force, and they said when they were worried, they were like, "Oh, I hope the Space Force people like it," and they said they sent it, and they got one message back from them. They said, "We love it," and they're going to keep it. So they were great with it, and so it's going to go. They're going to make them. So that's going to be really cool. It's a beautiful locomotive. Pre-war, post-war, and more did $5. Holy cow, guys! You are being very generous. Let's see. Any questions? Have you added a mallard or any A4? No, I haven't added a mallard or an A4. Um, they had a what is it? Let me see here. I forget which one it is. Yeah, they had when we were at York. They had a European booth there, and they had I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Darstead or the other one, but they had a oh, thanks, Bellezza Guitars. Wow, $20. They had a European booth, and they had some A4s that were gorgeous, and they're 3-rail European O scale, and I regret not getting it. I think they were like $700, so they really weren't that bad, and or $800 or something. And Lisa and I talked about getting one, and we didn't. And then after York, I regretted it. I was like, oh man. And so I emailed the guy at York, and I was like, because I couldn't find anyone online that was selling them for that price or anything. And so finally I emailed the guy at York, and I said, can you tell me who had that booth with the European trains? And so he sent me a chart of all the booths at York, and I found out who it was. So I'll have to contact them and maybe get one from them. But what I thought about doing was getting the A4 and then having Sid from Sid's Trains convert it to Legacy. That would be awesome to have a Legacy A4 on the layout. That would just be incredible. So maybe one of these days, maybe next year at York, or this year at York, I'll be able to get one. So okay, so somebody, let's see here. Canadian Pacific K1s. There were only 2 built. So is that the 484 that all of them survive? I guess if there were only 2, it's pretty easy for them all to survive. Okay, this is a good question. If I can get back up here. Okay, Bellezza Guitar says, I'm a closet train buff who is heavy into guitars. Would you be willing to do a private consultation to help with my Patreon and YouTube channel? Love the channel. I don't know how much help I'd be, but yeah, maybe if just email me at eric@ericstrains.com. There was another question down here. Any recommendations on keeping track of custom run offerings from the manufacturers without having to subscribe to every hobby store? Yeah. Unfortunately, the only real way to keep up with the custom runs is to subscribe to each store. Now, some stores do more custom runs than others. I know the Legacy Station, obviously they do them, and then I think a lot of them do it. I think Mr. Muffins does them, and uh, who's the guy who always does Monon? I forget who it was. Uh, but they always, yeah, you pretty much have to subscribe to their list because the manufacturers don't really advertise it. You have to get, yeah, it's done through the dealer. So that's really the only way to do it. Unfortunately, I mean, I've been caught in that too, where I didn't know about a custom run until it was too late, and I was like, oh man, I wish I would have gotten one of those. So you kind of got to keep on it, especially and like MTH, especially, they're doing a lot of small custom runs these days, and you have to sort of keep on it. Although MTH will usually put it on their Twitter if they're going to do a run of something, but yeah, you have to keep up with it. It's kind of hard sometimes. Geez, look at all this. Big Daddy gave $2. Wow, you guys are awesome. $5 from Train Spotter. Happy New Year. Um, where did he get the Excel expansion pack from? I ordered it. I pre-ordered it. I got it. I got it at the same time that I got the Acela. They were on the same page in the catalog, and so I pre-ordered both of them, and so they came in at the same time. So I think they came in at the same time. Yeah, Mr. Muffin, he does the Monon. Yeah, yeah. I knew one of them that always does Monon. Um, so yeah, I mean, yeah, all the you just have to keep up with them. I've noticed that some dealers um, do better pricing on custom runs than others. Like Legacy Station, for example. You know, when we did a custom run for the Eric's Trains locomotive, it cost the exact same as a regular ES44, so they didn't upcharge. But I've seen some dealers where they did a custom locomotive and then they added like $200 to the price just because it was a custom run, which I think is a little shady in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't cost them any more to do it. It's not like they had to pay extra for it. And the only exception is if you have to do licensing, like the Space Force locomotive. I think they added. I think there's like $10 extra or $20 extra per locomotive because they had to pay for the licensing. So if you got to do licensing, that's one thing. But I've seen some dealers where they do a custom run and they mark it up over what the regular one would cost. So you gotta kind of pick and choose. Um, O scale every day. What's up? Um, my favorite out of the GS class. Well, like I said earlier, I've got four of them. I've got a GS, the Brass Hybrid GS1. I've got two GS4s. One came with a freight set, and one is I think 44, 49. I may be wrong. Um, and then I've got a Lark, the Lark one, which I think is a GS2 or something like that. I can't remember, but I got three of them. I think they did all six. They did GS1 through GS6, and I got three. I have four of them representing three versions. However, the three that I got represent every special feature that was on those locomotives because some of them had the dynamo smoke, some of them had what was it? Some of them had I think the blowdown smoke. There were some with the smoke features. There were some variations between them, and so between the four that I got, it represents all of the cool little smoke features on all of them. So yeah, 44, 49. Um, I wanted to get the Lark. Lionel did a Lark version of the cab forward, and I got a new cab forward that came in this year or in 2022, and they did a Lark version, and I was gonna get the Lark version, but when it came in the Legacy Station, Lion, the people at the factory screwed up, and like it had a Lark body, a Lark locomotive, but a regular black Southern Pacific tender, and so they they put the wrong tender in the box. So Legacy Station had to send it back to Lionel, and I don't know if they ever got a new one back. I'll have to check at some point. But yeah, so I ended up getting a Daylight cab forward instead because I now have three cab forwards. I have a black one. I have a Pilot that's unpainted. Then I have the Daylight version. So cab forward. Someone was asking about my favorite locomotives. Cab forward is definitely up there, probably in the top 10 of my favorite all-time steam locomotives. I love running the cab forwards. They sound amazing. Um, I think the older ones actually sound better than the new ones because on the new ones, even though they have 5 whistles on the new one, they don't have the same whistles that were on whistle that was on the old one. And the old one had this just cool whistle. It's one of the coolest whistles in my collection. Um, it's just this piercing, echoing whistle that is just it's amazing. It's probably in my top 3 whistles in my collection, if not number one. It's an amazing whistle, and unfortunately, on the new one, they give you 5 whistles, which is nice, but they didn't put that old whistle on there. So, win some, lose some. Um, Hopefully, more Vision diesels in the future. I would love it if they would do some more Vision diesels. Unfortunately, I don't. You know, they're not gonna. They can't do the ES44 in die-cast metal anymore. They can't do the Genset in die-cast metal anymore. So if they were going to do a Vision diesel, they would have to, and they wanted it to be die-cast metal, which if it's a Vision locomotive, it should be die-cast metal. They'd have to do a brand new tooling. Um, my suggestion to Ryan at Lionel was, they got their 125th anniversary coming up in 2025, and I was like, if they did a die-cast metal Vision Line Santa Fe F3 Super Chief set, that would be something. That would be amazing. But I don't, that would cost them a lot of money to do that. So I don't know if they'll do that. Twig BNSF, $5. Wow, you guys are being really generous today. This is unprecedented. There's no precedent. MHK trains, $5. Wow. Thanks, guys. You guys are being so generous. Are you planning meet up in Minnesota? Um, where's the Jackson Street Roundhouse? I don't know where that is. The only reason I went up to Minnesota is because that's where Lisa's parents are, and we'll probably go up there again this year at some point. But her sister lives near the Twin Cities, but her parents live way out, like 3 hours away from the Twin Cities, like almost in South Dakota, way in the middle of nowhere. It's really, really pretty, but it's in the middle of nowhere. Although in her hometown, their town, they do have the Milwaukee Road came through there, and so they have like a Milwaukee Road sort of museum where they've got a few Milwaukee Road items, and they've got the train station has been preserved, and then they've got this really cool tender that is sitting out on display. It's just a tender, but it's both sides have been painted. So one side has the name of the town, like "Welcome to Montevideo," and then on the other side they've got this really cool painting of a Milwaukee Road diesel coming through the plains, and like a farmer on his plow waving to him, and it's a really cool painting. Maybe I can show it to you. Hang on a second. I probably can. I got to go back to May, or was it April? Do. Nope, too far. Nope. Okay, there we are. So let me see if I can get this picture. This is really cool. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to make my screen big. Let's see here. And then I'm going to share that screen. There we go. So yeah, there's the tender. So they got the guy on the harvester or whatever that thing, the combine or whatever it is, waving to the Milwaukee Road train coming by. Isn't that cool? It's a really beautiful painting. And then on the other side there's the other side of the tender. Another cool painting. I mean, how cool is that? I'm not sure what that's a tender for. It's unusual on the back. I'm not sure what that was for. But yeah, so it's sitting there, and there's the train station, Milwaukee Road Historical Park. Hang on a second. Yeah, so they've got this Milwaukee, like this neon Milwaukee road sign, and these old passenger cars, and all these Milwaukee road signs on the fence. And there's the tender, there's the train station. Past Milwaukee Road employees. They've got a little plaque for the Milwaukee Road employees. And I think that's it, yeah. So, and there's a Krumkaki iron. So, yeah, really cool. So that was kind of fun to see that. Lisa's dad is real into trains too. He's into he's mainly in G scale. So and he's got them on display all over his house, like on the walls and in glass cabinets and everything. And so he's got a couple big boys and a couple challengers and a bunch of other stuff. And then now he's got one of the Eric's Trains diesels too. So pretty cool. All right. Oh, Tony's here. So Tony, I guess Tony can moderate. He probably texted me at some point. Yeah, there he is. Let's see here. Blah 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 blah. Okay. It's already 1:41. Okay, well let's have. I'll tell you what. Let's do a little giveaway because I got some stuff to give away. Now I've got these T-shirts. They're only in specific sizes. So, wow, did someone give $50? Who was that? Malik Johnson, $50. Holy cow! Thank you, man. Jeez, crazy. Go back. Okay. So I've only got specific sizes of these shirts. So if I say it's a 2XL and you only wear a medium, don't try to win it unless you enjoy wearing a really baggy shirt. So, um, so with that in mind, okay. Um, so here I've got a. And by the way, the reason I'm giving these away is because I've moved to. I've got a store on YouTube now where it's on Spring, but if you look under my videos, you'll see shirts and stuff for sale. That's what I've moved to, so you can buy directly. You don't have to go through me. You can order it online, and it'll come. They'll ship it right out to you. And they've got shirts and hats and cups and all sorts of stuff. Um, so we've got the blue Eric's Trains shirt. These are pretty rare. This is in 2XL. Okay, 2XL. So I'm gonna ask a trivia question, and the first person to answer will get it. Okay. What was the fastest steam train ever? I'm going off a train trivia site, so I hope they're right. The fastest steam train ever. It was mentioned earlier in this chat. All right, we got Adventures of Lark said Mallard. Tony said Mallard too, but Tony, I'll send you a shirt regardless. So Adventures of Lark guessed Mallard, and that is correct. So Adventures of Lark, email me, eric@ericstrains.com, and just send me a screenshot of your YouTube profile and your your address, your mailing information, and I'll get it shipped out to you. Give me some time to get these shipped out, by the way. It'll probably be a week or two. So there's that. So we gave away one shirt, and he won the Adventures of Lark. Won the 2XL blue. All right. Next shirt we're going to give away. Let's see here. Okay, this is a rare one. This was I only made a few of these, but this is the brown Eric's Train shirt with the little crossing gate on it, crossing buck on it, or whatever it is. And this is in size extra large. So extra large. So brown, extra large. And here is the question. If I can get to the next question here. Oh, crap. Okay, this is an easy one. The first underground railway was built in 1863 in which city? This is an easy one. The first underground railway was built in 1863 in this city. So who's going to get it? All right. Peter Strada. He guessed London, and that is correct. So Peter Strada, you won the brown XL. So just email me, eric@ericstrains.com. Send me a picture of your YouTube profile when you're logged in, and send me your mailing information, and I'll get it out to you. All right, and we'll give away another shirt. Let's see here. Ooh, okay. I don't have a lot of these yet. So this is the olive green Eric's Train shirt in medium. Okay, I don't have a lot of mediums, but this is in medium. So, you know, if you're a small person or a kid or something, it might be good for you. So olive green medium. And we'll do another trivia question here. How do I go to the next question? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, that's too easy. Some of these are really too easy. Okay. Well, this is an easy one, but I'll ask it anyway. In which country was the first railway specifically built for high-speed trains? In what country was the first railway specifically for high-speed trains built? This is an easy one. Let's see who gets it. Okay, Joey Kovac. He guessed Japan, and that is correct. Joey Kovac. Okay, so you won the medium olive green shirt. I hope you wear medium. So email me, eric@ericstrains.com, and just send me your picture of your YouTube profile and your mailing information. All right, let's give away one more. I've got I got 4 more shirts to give away. Okay. Okay, so this is a 2XL of the blue, of the darker blue Eric's Train shirt. It says ericstrains.com on the back. So there it is. And that's in size 2XL. So we've got the dark blue 2XL. Let's see. I already did that one. Oh, this is a little bit of a challenge. Let's see. In what year? Make sure. Yeah. In what year was the first steam train built? Steam locomotive, I guess. Steam train. When was the first steam train built? This is for the dark blue 2XL. Okay, David's, Trains, Lego, and Random Things. David's, Trains, Legos, and Random Things. That's a broad channel there. You won the dark blue 2XL, so email me, eric@ericstrains.com, and send me a snapshot of your YouTube profile to prove it's you, and send me your mailing information. Okay. Probably. All right, let's see here. Okay. All right, let's see here. So some guy named Sean keeps asking about the Acela and Amtrak stuff, and Tony keeps trying to tell him that I just reviewed the Acela. So Sean, I just reviewed the Acela like a week ago. I don't have any other Amtrak stuff to review right now. I just reviewed the Acela, and a couple months before that, I reviewed a Lionel Lion Chief Plus 2.0 Genesis. Let's see here. 2023 catalog. Someone says, do you have any 2023 catalog predictions? Well, they're going to do the big boy, obviously. They already announced that. I've heard it's supposed to be a big catalog. We'll see. I'm optimistic because I know that the last couple years with COVID and everything has actually been very good for Lionel. So I know they've done well, which is good. You know, we want them to do well. Oh, Mark DeWorth, $20. Thank you so much. So I'm hoping they'll channel some of that good sales they've been having into a really cool catalog. So they're doing the big boy. When Chris and I were talking to, when was this? Yeah, when we were up at Lionel talking to Ryan, he was talking about how, they like to do a big Vision Line engine every other year. So like 2023, they're doing a reissue of the big boy. It's got a new feature. It's got a new steam, the safety steam, which we saw when we were at Lionel, and it looks awesome. And it's actually a better big boy than the last Vision Line big boy. But but it's something they've done before. And then in 2024, I think they'll do something that hasn't been done before. So I think that's kind of the cadence where they do. 2022 was the Class A, which they hadn't done before. 2023 is the big boy. 2024 will be something that they haven't done before. Although 2025 is their 125th anniversary, so maybe they'll do something special for that. I don't know. The catalog is supposed to come out sometime in January this month. That's what I've heard. I don't know when, but um, now me personally, what I would like to see in the catalog, I mean, everybody's got their list of things they'd like to see in the catalog. What I would like to see in the catalog, there's so many cool locomotives that Lionel did in the early 2000s that they haven't done since. I was talking with some guys on Discord about it. Like I was looking at, when I was reviewing the Acela, I had to go back and look at the old Lionel catalogs and stuff from 2005 and 2006. And like there were so many cool locomotives that I'm like, well, how come they haven't done these? Like they have a BB1, like a dual BB1 set in that catalog. Like they should do that again. There's the Hiawatha. They did a beautiful Hiawatha back then, and like they haven't done it since. So it'd be cool if they could do that. I would like to see them do the Pacifics again. Like years, I think it was in 2012 or something, or 2010 or something. They did the Pacifics. They did the green Southern, the blue. What is it? The blue, is it Reading and Northern or something? And then the red Alton Limited one, Chicago and Alton. I've got a red version, the MTH version of the Chicago and Alton that I got a couple months ago. That's really cool. But I'd like to see them do the Pacifics again. Train Spotter, who is this? Train Spotter 40. $20. Wow, you guys are being extremely generous. Thank you so much. That is so incredibly humbling. So I'd like to see the Pacifics in there, and I just love to see something that they haven't done in a while. It doesn't have to be something brand new, because brand new tooling costs a buttload of money, and so I understand not doing new tooling all the time, but just bring back something you haven't done in a while, like the Commodore Vanderbilt or the Hiawatha or the something like that. I'm sure other people can chime in with stuff they've done in the past that would be really cool. A Dreyfuss Hudson, that would be really cool. My prediction for, I think in 2024, this is my prediction, I may be wrong, but I think 2024, I think we're going to see the triplex. I think they bought it from MTH. I think we're going to see the triplex. It'll probably be a Vision Line triplex. That's going to be really cool, but that won't happen until 2024. So we'll have to wait on that. Or maybe they'll do a non-Vision Line triplex in the new catalog. Who knows? I mean, the triplex as it was pretty Vision Liney. I know Sid, he added a whistle steam on his and a swinging bell and stuff. So if they could Lionelize a triplex, that would be incredible. That's what I'm hoping for. Pennsy T1 duplex. I think they did the duplex a while back too, and they haven't done it since. So they've done so much stuff, in the past. If you look at 2000 to 2010, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff that they haven't done since. I don't know why, but they haven't done it since. All right. Okay, I'm gonna give away a train item, so let me grab it real quick, and I'll get it up here, and we'll do a giveaway for that. Okay. So here we have a Lionel center beam flat car. This is Union Pacific. Brand new. I don't think I've even run this thing. And I think this was made in 2021 or 2022. I'd have to open it and look at it, but brand new in the box. Union Pacific center beam flat car. Pretty cool. So I'm going to have to ask a hard one for this. So let's see here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Gotta ask a hard one. So give me a minute. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, this isn't too hard, but you know. Okay, the Transcontinental Railroad ran from east to west, and it was the Central Pacific and the was it the Union Pacific, and so oh, hang on a minute. Okay, yeah. So the Transcontinental Railroad on the Central Pacific side of things. Uh, what city did the Central Pacific Railroad begin in on the west side of on the west coast? What city did the Central Pacific start in on the west coast? Okay, Sean Gildersleeve gets it. Is Sean the one who was asking about the Amtrak stuff? Um, Sean Gildersleeve got it. It is Sacramento, and he gets the center beam flat car. Congratulations, Sean. Okay, so just send me an email, Eric at Eric's Trains, with a snapshot of your YouTube profile to prove that it's you, and send me your mailing address, and I will ship it out. Give me a while to ship these things out. It might be a week or two, but I'll get it out. All right. Now let's. I'm going to give away the rest of these shirts, and then we'll wrap things up by running some trains for a little bit. So now we've got a black extra large Eric's Train shirt. So extra large. There it is. Oh. So black extra large. And let's find some trivia here. Okay. Um, Okay, I live in Georgia, and we've got the scenic railway, the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway. Um, in what city does the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway terminate? Where's the end of the line? It's actually two possible answers. So, what city does the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway terminate in? Okay, there we go. Midnight Girl got it. McKaysville. So, Midnight Girl, you get the black XL shirt. It terminates in McKaysville, Georgia, or Copper Hill, Tennessee. They're kind of twin cities. All right. I got two more shirts. This peach is really good. Okay, so um, we got an extra large of the olive green, extra large. All right. So green, extra large, and here is the here's the trivia question. When I was at York this year, I got a Central of Georgia T-shirt. The Central of Georgia started as the Central Railroad. Let's do this. The Central of Georgia started as the Central Railroad and Canal Company in what year? This is an easy one if you have Google. So the Central of Georgia Railway started as the Central Railroad and Canal Company in what year? And I'm just going off of what's on the internet. So you guys are close. A lot of 1885s, but it's not that. Aha! Wait, someone got it. Who was that? Okay. Christopher St. Thomas got it. It's 1833. So Christopher St. Thomas has won the green extra large shirt. Now, the Central of Georgia operated from 1895. It started in 1895, but it started as the Central Railroad and Canal Company in 1833. All right. All right, we got one more shirt here. Switch it up a little bit. All right, let's see here. Okay, last shirt is a large of the olive green. So large. So if you wear 2XL, you probably shouldn't try to win this. So a large of the olive green. Large. Okay. Earlier, here's the question. Earlier, I said that the Milwaukee Road S3 is one of my favorite locomotives in my collection. In what year were the first S3s built for the Milwaukee Road? So, what year were the first S3s built? Oh, Penn Central 8505 got it. 1944. That was fast. Penn Central 8505. You won the large olive green shirt. And that was 1944. So again, if you won, just email me, eric@ericstrains.com. Send me a snapshot of your profile so I know it's you, and send me your mailing address. So that's all the t-shirts. I got one more giveaway. Let me go get it. Okay, final giveaway. We have a Rail King house. It's a what is it? How do they describe this? It's the farmhouse, gray with dark gray shutters. So there it is, O scale. When I bought this, it was $30. I think if Lionel makes this now, it'd be $130. But anyway, so there it is, the Rail King farmhouse. So let me write this down. Yeah, the new merchandise is going through Teespring. If you watch one of my videos, any of my videos, you should see under the video, you should see some pictures of t-shirts and stuff. Just click on one of those and it'll take you to the Teespring store, and then you can click on Explore and you can see everything. I've got Appalachian and Western shirts and gear, and then I've got Eric's Trains shirts and gear. Yes.
He was first. You said that guy, but he was first.
Well, but I already said him though.
Yeah, you might have to.
Well, here, let me see that.
You might have to reach out to that guy.
Okay. Lisa's handing me notes. Okay. Are you sure? Let me
Yep.
see here.
And then that person.
Let me see here. Oh, you're right. You're right. I didn't see that. Okay. Okay. I stand corrected. Lisa corrected me on the for the green extra large shirt. I said that Christopher St. Thomas got the right answer, and Chris, you will get a shirt. Don't worry about it. But actually, it was Ben King who answered first. So Ben, you will also get a green XL shirt. Was it XL or yeah XL? So Ben King, if you want to email me with your profile information and profile snapshot and your mailing address, I'll send you out a green XL shirt too. And Christopher St. Thomas, you'll still get yours too. That was my fault. All right. So for the last question for the for the Rail King house. I got to think of a good one here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. So so here's one. Hopefully I'll phrase this right. So here it is for the farmhouse. When Amtrak was formed in, what was it, 1970 or whatever it was. When were they formed? Was it 70 or 71? So when Amtrak was formed in 71, there was a period of time where they didn't have a lot of Amtrak branded stuff, and they were using stuff that they'd inherited from the other railroads. And so their trains were made up of all sorts of things from different railroads. What was that era called for Amtrak? They didn't have a lot of Amtrak branded stuff yet, so their trains were just a mishmash of stuff from other railroads. What was that era called? Okay, Yellow Belly got it. The Rainbow Era. All right, so Yellow Belly, you won the farmhouse. All right, so that's all the that's all the giveaways for now. So there we go. We gave away, I think, 8 shirts and a train car and a building, so that's pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the Class A and probably another train on top, and then I'll run those for a few minutes, and then I'll come back, and then maybe I'll take another question or two, and then we'll call it a day. So where we go? Switch cameras. There we are. And I'm going to move some of these other cameras around. So give me a moment. Now, unfortunately, this casting software only lets me have the microphone that's on the main thing. Let me see if I can change that. Nope, Okay. So I'm gonna pick this up. Hang on a minute, folks. I'm fixing the audio so you can actually hear the trains. Okay, folks. We're getting set up here. All right, so hopefully you'll be able to hear this. Again, there's only one mic. So here we go. Let me know if you guys can hear that okay.
Engine 12 down to Roanoke. Station work complete. Ready to head west. Can I pull? Over. Hold your position. Roanoke out.
running these older extruded aluminum passenger cars. And they can be a little temperamental, so hopefully they'll do okay. Hey folks, there's some confusion as to who answered first on the house. It was Yellow Belly. He answered twice, but he was the first. I've got a screenshot of it. Lisa confirmed it with me. He was the first to answer, and that's why he won. At least on my end, that's how it is. Here, I'll show you guys. There's a screenshot. And you can see that Yellow Belly was first. He answered again, and then again down here, he actually answered 3 times. So there it is. There is some squeaking that's coming from the passenger cars. Those are those extruded aluminum cars, and they love to squeak. All right, let me get another train going here. Uh-oh. Something didn't like something. Let me try that again. Okay, let's see what happens. No, I bet I know what it was. There's some nasty squeaking coming from one of those cars. Hey folks, if you tried to email me and you got a bounce, don't worry about it. I will still get it. It just got caught by my spam filter. Don't worry about it. Matter of fact, I'll make sure I get them. Hang on a minute. Okay, so James Ring, Sean, Damien, Peter, I got your emails. I know they bounced back, but I got them. Don't worry about it. driving me crazy. It'd be cool if we could get all three of them in the same shot.
2-4.6. Hopefully they get a crew out there to fix that low spot. It's getting rough in the saddle.
Dispatcher, going off duty. Have a good one. Out.
All right, we switch it back to the oh shit. Can you get some paper towels? Do. Okay. Are you okay? Need to go to the doctor? Maybe you need some Dr. Pepper. I spilled a Red Bull all over my work table here. Probably ruined this pad. Okay, let me switch back to here. Oh, thanks. All right, so we'll do a few more questions now. So there was some confusion about who answered the rainbow era question. On my end, it was Yellow Belly first. He answered multiple times, but he was the first one to answer, and I already showed it, but I'll show it again. Hang on a minute. Oh, crap. That's what it looked like on my end. So you can see Yellow Belly answered Rainbow Era first. Some people thought it was Miller 3333, but you can see that he was down below Yellow Belly. So that's why Yellow Belly won the house. So that's how it looked. That's how it came across on my end. You know, I don't know how it comes across anywhere else, but you know, that's how I saw it. And I had Lisa check it too, and she said it was Yellow Belly. So sorry about that. All right. So what we'll do is, oh, you know what? I'm going to share some of these Christmas tree photos that I got that you guys shared with me. Give me a second here. All right, I'm just going to share a few of these, but make this big. But I had people share their Christmas tree trains and stuff with me on Instagram, so we'll go here. So Stosh, he shared that. Pretty cool. Kevin, what did he share? There's that. It's a nice setup. Little tree. I like the Lionel signs on the back. Haley, this one. It's a cool looking set. It's like some sort of holiday set. I'm not sure what it is exactly. Nice tree though. You want to see these? It's a nice tree.
Oh yeah, that's a nice tree.
Melissa Bronson shared that one. Got the Polar Express going.
Very nice.
Michael Norwicki shared that one. That's a cool shot.
Lionel ornaments.
I've got those same Lionel ornaments on my tree and some of those Hallmark ornaments too. Let's see here. Peen shared that. Pretty cool little setup. Got 2 bridges. Nice. Chris Loricellis shared that one. It's a cool little one.
Wow.
Drew Sagona. Well, his is sideways, but you get the idea. Pretty cool. Let's see what we have here. They have to get there. Okay. Here's one from Concord Studios. That's a nice one. Aspen Van Thieshoff.
Ooh.
Hey, I got that bridge, that covered bridge.
Mhm.
That's cool. He's got the sawmill going on there. Got some Plasticville stuff. I've got some of these Plasticville houses. They're really, really, really old. My dad had them when he was a kid. Lindsay Rao shared that one. Pretty cool. Bob Howard.
It's pretty.
Got the Menards power station there. Fred Newton. Got a nice little shelf display there, it looks like. Let's see here. Tom Friddle. Kind of a cool night shot. Max, old friend of mine. There's his. Nice looking tree. That's a pretty cool little layout there. Got looks like 2 loops of track. That's cool. Brent Ryan shared this one. Got a tabletop layout. Got a dog bone or something. Cool. Jason Reel shared this one. Pretty cool. Gamer 3 Spyro. Oh, I can't see that one. CNM O Scale Railroad shared this one. Got 2 loops around the tree. Nice. Little Santa Fe. Looks like an AA set of some sort. There's Cartman. Let's see here. Morgan O'Connor shared this one. Video. Hudson Scott. Oh, look, there's an Eric's Trains locomotive. That's cool. That's the best one. That's a cool shot. That's awesome. Got some Thomas the Tank Engine going on here. That's Jordan Meyer. Dan sent, he's got a ceiling layout. That's cool. That's cool. Eric Vince. He's got the Genesis going there. With some Amtrak cars behind it. Very cool. Don McSee. Got a little shelf thing going on. That's cool. Right in front of the TV. Luis Romanetti. Romandetti. Oh, cool. I got that set. That's a badass set there. That's the pre-war inspired bipolar set. That's an awesome set. I love it. Louis Law. Got his girlfriend posing with it, posing with the trains. There we go. That's cool. We're in the Santa Claus outfit. Daria Ramo. Got a little square layout around the tree. Very cool. Let's see here. Jim Hacker. There's that one. Got the covered bridge, the covered lighted bridge. Patrick Blasick. Got some post-war action going on there. Cool. David Jurisic, he sent me a card for Christmas. And there's his layout. Nice. Chris Bradley. Got a video from him. This is standard gauge. Very cool. That's awesome. Got a blurry fast train going by from, I'm not even going to try to say that, Christophos Krieg. Sorry if I butchered that. We got this little layout up on a table by David Holland. There it is. Rick Brauman, let's see here. Chris, he sent a few pics, so I'll just do that one. And there's that one. Got a whole bunch of Norfolk Southern in various scales. Looks like HO, or maybe it's N, HO, and then, or maybe it's HO, S, and then O. I don't know. Tristan Caswell, Matt Brinson sent this one. Very cool. That's a Lego set. Cool. Jacob Lazar sent this one. I think that's the Trump train. Elijah Heleb, I don't know how to say that. Sent this one. Very cool. James E. King. There's those, are those the ornaments or?
It's on a track.
It's on a track in the tree. That's cool. What is that, N scale or something? I don't know. That's neat. Oops. Okay. Joseph Doyle sent that one. Cody Weisel sent that one. Very cool.
Pretty.
And I think we might have gotten some new ones while we were doing this. Yeah. So Peter's Trains, there's his. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Gold Standard Model Trains sent this one. That's pretty cool. Got all sorts of LEDs going on.
Look at that fire and
Nice fire. That's a cozy view there. So there you have it. That's all the trains that got shared on Instagram. So thanks for doing that, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll do one or two more questions, and then we'll call it a day. So if you have any last minute questions, hey, Ravenhawk's here. Sterling, that's cool. Can you run your Boston and Maine P4? Well, not today. I am doing a video just running a bunch of trains. It's in progress, so that'll be out maybe sometime in January. So if you have any last second questions, just ask me, and then we'll after that we'll call it a day. What's your favorite Union Pacific locomotive that you own? Well, that's a little more. That's a little easier to answer because it's not asking my favorite overall. Um, Favorite UP locomotive? I mean, I guess the easy answer is the Big Boy or Big Boy or the Challenger. I mean, but everybody says that, so maybe I should pick something different. I like the Veranda turbine. Uh, I like that one a lot. The die-cast metal ones that came out, those are really cool. And um, yeah, I like those. And then MTH put out a turbine as well. I forget what it's called. It's a gigantic one. I'm looking at it over on the wall. It's like 4 feet long. That's a really cool one. There's the Veranda turbine. So yeah, I like those. What's for supper? I don't know. What's for supper? I still have pizza that I'm eating for lunch.
Did you thank the person? There's a little note in that corner. I don't know if you saw that one come across.
Oh, okay. C. Kelly, thanks for the $10, by the way. You guys have been extremely generous today. That's amazing. It's really humbling. 49 Challenger is a cool one. Someone says, favorite European steam engine? Well, of the ones I have, gosh, that's a hard one. I like the Nord Pacific. That's really cool. I got the Nord Brown, the brown one, and then the Pilot. Those are really cool. And I like the Bavarian S3. That's really nice too. Don't you wish there was an MTH or Lionel Flying Scotsman? That would be great. I don't know if they're gonna. It would cost them a boatload of money to make it. So who knows if it'll do it. More Lionel hauls coming. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of Lionel stuff coming in. I mean, there's all the stuff that I ordered in the new catalog, but probably, let me see here. Still waiting for Strasbourg number 90. That's going to be cool when that comes. What else is coming in soon? So I think Strasbourg 90 is coming pretty soon. And then there's the Pennsy 040, the Sioux RS27, the Flambeau Paper SW1, the Santa Fe Doodlebug. I'm really excited to see that one. We saw a prototype over at Lionel when we were visiting there, so it can't be that far off. And then all the stuff from the 2022 Volume 2 that I did a video on that. You can, if you want to see what I ordered from that, there's a video on it. I assume that you're filming the review for your ES44. Yeah, I am. I was actually planning on doing it yesterday for day 7 of the Bonanza, but then I didn't because I figured day 7 is always a weird one because it's New Year's Eve, and people are usually doing other stuff. They're watching football or going to a New Year's Eve party or stuff like that, and so the views are usually down on New Year's Eve. So I decided to not do that one and do the Piggly Wiggly building instead, because I'd rather put out the ES44 review at a time when it'll get more views than on New Year's Eve. So it's partially filmed. It's just I didn't finish it. And I was thinking originally I was going to do it. I was going to do a sarcastically like a negative review on it. Be like just just pan it and like just say it's the worst locomotive ever, you know. And but Lisa told me not to do that, so so I'm gonna do a more lighthearted review on it. Let's see here. Do you still collect post-war stuff? I'll get some post-war stuff every once in a while. I don't have anywhere to really run it, except in my garage. I can run it on the way out in my garage, but so I don't really have a lot of space for it. You know, like if one day I have a larger space and I can have, you know, ideally it'd be nice to have, you know, a scale layout like this and then have a smaller post-war layout. That would be really cool, because I'd love to get some of those accessories like the, you know, the sawmill and all that kind of stuff. If they made a Georgia Bulldog train, would you buy one? Probably not. I'm not that hardcore. I bought the Star Trek train, but I don't think I'd buy a Georgia Bulldog. I mean, what's it gonna do? You know, like at least with the Star Trek train, it can make Star Trek sounds. You know, what's that one gonna do? To play the Georgia Tech fight song or something? I guess I don't know. What is the funniest factory error you encountered on a model train? Actually, it's a brand new one. And I was actually going to do a video on that one for the Bonanza too, but it was pointing out a Lionel mistake, and I thought that might not be the right tone for the Bonanza, you know, because as soon as you point out a mistake, everybody jumps on the bandwagon and starts talking about how much they suck and how much, you know, oh, I'm tired of this and all that kind of stuff. But it's a Southern 442. I think it's over here. Yeah. I'm out of shelf space. I got to build yet another display case. But yeah, this is the 442, and it looks like Kermit the Frog. They got the green completely wrong, and the smoke box is supposed to be silver, not black. They got the red right. I think the red is right on top, but everything else, you know, like you know, they really botched it. Just it might not show up on the video, so there's that. Let me show you something. Where is it? So this is what a Southern tender is supposed to look like. Okay. That's what this one looks like. I don't know if you can tell the very much of a difference on screen, but it's a world of difference. This this thing looks like Kermit the Frog. That's what I call it. Kermit the Frog. So they really botched the green color on that one, and I don't know what to do about it. I was going to exchange it for a different 442, but then I kind of decided I thought, I'll keep it. You know, maybe I'll weather it and see if I can fix it that way. I don't know if Lionel is. I don't know how many of the Southerns they sold, so I don't know if they're planning on doing some sort of fix or not. But yeah, this one's they really messed up. This is probably one of the worst paint mistakes I've ever seen them make. When I was making the video for it, which I didn't release yet, but I was saying, you know, in the you know, when you buy a car, they tell you don't want a car that was made on a Monday or a Friday, because if it was made on a Monday, the factory workers are either tired or hungover or both. And if it's made on a Friday, they're in a hurry to get out for the weekend. And so I said, this is like a Monday or Friday train here. Like the guy who mixes the paint at the factory, he probably woke up Monday morning hungover and and went and mixed this. So yeah, you want a nice Wednesday or Thursday train. The locomotive itself is great. It's the locomotive itself is perfect. So the locomotive was made on a Thursday, but the paint was done on a Monday. So yeah, that was pretty bad. it's, I mean, it's almost like, and that's just, a lot of people, if they got something like this, would be really pissed about it, and they'd rant and scream and moan and just, and I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just a train, it cost, what are these, $800 or something like that, which is actually pretty affordable. But so it's a lot of money, but I mean, it's just a train, and it's not the end of the. I'm not gonna sit here and lose sleep over it just because it's the wrong shade of green. So I kind of think it's so ugly, it's so bad, it's good kind of thing. It's so ugly. It's like, it's almost funny. It's comical. So. And Lionel everyone gives Lionel a hard time when they mess up something like that, but they make so many trains per year. I mean, I don't think a lot of people understand how many trains they make per year. And the majority of them, most of them, they get right, just every now and then, for whatever reason, the factory just doesn't mix the paint right. So. So I had thought about repainting the black to silver and then weathering it to try to darken down the green to be more of a southern green. I might do that. I might not. I don't know. I'm waiting on my weathering paints from Minuteman Models. I ordered them like a year ago and they still haven't arrived, but that's a different story. So let me see if I can get another question in. It's the Jim Henson Express. There you go. That's what I should relabel it, the Jim Henson Express, and put little Muppets on it. So let me see here. Hey Eric, do you think you can do more Lionel HO reviews? Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I don't really do much of HO. I'll see. I mean, I'm getting some Atlas HO these days, so we'll see. Are there plans to do some rolling stock to go with the ES44, the Eric Strains ES44? Yes. Now that the locomotive was successful, the next thing we're going to do most likely is going to be a caboose. I just have to wait for Lionel to catalog the right caboose. So like in the last catalog, the cabooses they were offering, I didn't want to do one of those, because what you have to do is you have to piggyback it on something that Lionel's already making. You can't just ask him to pull up a tooling out of and just make one for you. You have to make, it has to be something they're about to make. So with the ES44, the reason we were able to do that was because in that catalog that had just come out, they were doing some new ES44s, and so we just attached it to that, and they were able to make it. So I'm waiting for them to do either a bay window caboose or a nice cupola, nice one with a nice cupola. Preferably, I'd like a bay window caboose. I think that would be kind of cool. And then after that, I think we might do a boxcar. There was talk about doing a hobo boxcar. I'm not sure how good of an idea that is. And then there was talk about doing another road number for the locomotive, or another run of the locomotive. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we made 150 of them. If in hindsight, hindsight's 2020, we should have made 300 because we would have sold them all. But we didn't know that. We only got pre-orders for 140, and then they ordered 150. So, or 150 and then 100, something like that. And then, so, you can't, that's why pre-ordering is so important. That's why you got to keep an ear out for those custom runs, because if you don't pre-order it, they won't make it, because it's just, if we had made 300 and then only sold 150 or 200, Legacy Station would be in big, they'd be on the hook for 100 of them just sitting around collecting dust while they've got a huge bill to Lionel. I mean, just to let you know how much, like for the 150 ES44s, I think Legacy Station's bill to Lionel was in the ballpark of $85,000. So that's a lot of money, you know? And so you got to make sure that they're sold. You don't want them sitting around. So they ordered all the ones we got pre-ordered for, and then I think they ordered 5 or 10 extras just to have a little bit of a buffer. But yeah, they're so doing those custom runs is you got to get the pre-orders. If I could go back in time, though, I'd go back in time and tell my February of 2022 self, hey, make 250 of them. So. Tony, did you block that one? That one that's, or I can block them. Oh, they're hidden. Never mind. You got it. Okay. Someone said they heard Lionel is getting out of HO scale. They might be. I mean, over the years, Lionel has come in and out of HO. It's something that they've never really been able to do super successfully because they're just, you know, Lionel is a name that is not well known, not well respected. I guess maybe that's too harsh a term, but they're not, you know, in the HO world, the Lionel name doesn't carry as much weight, you know. And so if Lionel was going to make something HO and they wanted to stick around, they would need to really spend some time and money and make something really, really nice that people would say, oh yeah, you know, like the stuff that MTH made in HO. MTH made some fabulous HO stuff. And even they had a hard time breaking in, you know, so it's, you know, they've got their established brands and it's kind of hard to break into the market and establish the best way to break into the market really, I mean, is, which you really can't do in HO, but like the way Menards broke into the market, you know, Menards came in and they've just cornered the bottom end of the market, making ultra cheap trains. They're not the best quality, but they're so cheap, nobody cares. You know, it's kind of like a Yugo or like something, you know, back in the day, like they didn't run very well, but they were cheap, you know? So so everybody bought them. So, that's usually how you get into the market, is starting off with really inexpensive stuff and then slowly building your quality up as your reputation increases. But with HO, HO people are much, much more picky about details and everything being as accurate as possible. And Lionel, as we all know, doesn't have the best track record with making things totally realistic. And so, you know, HO, I think, is always going to be a challenge for them. It'd be cool if they stayed around with it. I mean, the stuff they've made is good, but whether or not it's adopted by the O scale community at large, that's a different story. That's my 2 cents. Have you ever made your own custom buildings? Yes, and they were really bad. I've got one around here somewhere. I don't know where it is. I think it might be back here. Hang on a second. Well, never mind. I can't find it. But I have made a couple buildings myself, and they were not very good. Maybe it's on the layout. Maybe I put it on the layout somewhere. No. Yeah, they just weren't very good. So I have Stu Gralnick make them all for me. Just because, number one, I could probably make them good if I had the time, but I just don't have the time, you know? And so, like the diesel shop, I started making that. I made the framework for it and everything. And I put the sides on the building. But I hadn't put a roof on and I hadn't done any interior stuff and I just didn't have time to finish it. And so I took what I had and I sent it off to Stu and I said, can you finish this for me? And he finished it. Now it looks fantastic. So I'd rather just have him do it. I mean, he's making that new building for me, the Arts Dairy Freeze. I'll show you that if you haven't seen it yet. Let me pull it up on photos. Where is it? Arts Dairy Freeze, where are you? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. So this is the new building that Stu's making for me. It's finished. He's going to ship it down here, I think, this week. I got to pay him for it. But this is a ice cream place that's in Lisa's hometown up in Minnesota, and we went there when we were visiting there last year. We went there, and yeah, pretty cool. And that's what the the model looks like. Let me show you what the real one looks like. Hang on a second. So that's what the real one looks like right there. And so you can see he did a great job on it. Pretty cool. Oh, there's Christmas trains. Star Trek trains. There's Frisco in the hiding in the snow in the trees. And there's the Duchess of Buccleuch. So pretty cool. So yeah, that's the new building. That's going to be the new building on the layout. I got to find a space for it. It'll probably go either here in the main room or in the Carolina room. We'll see when it gets here. I forget what the footprint is on it, but should be pretty cool. Anyway, I'll do like one or two more questions and then we'll call it a day. What's my favorite kind of steam engine? Probably my favorite all-around steam engine, just in terms of all the different configurations and stuff. Probably my favorite configuration is a 484. I like those a lot. I've got quite a few of them in my collection. Would you ever try to kit bash a piece of rolling stock for, say, a maintenance of way train? Well, yeah, I mean, I might do that. I've kit bashed some rolling stock, but not, and it's for maintenance of way, you might call it, but not for what you think would be maintenance of way. I've got some cars that I've modified to carry cameras for shooting video, and they can't be changed back to the way they were, but they've been I've modified a couple well cars for carrying cameras and stuff like that. So if you ever see like a shot with the train running alongside and the camera's moving with the train, that's one of those. Base 3 Insights. David Lionel said it was probably coming out this summer of 2023. We'll see.
That stupid Bob thing's back. The dating.
Yeah. We got some spammers on the channel. So let's see here. Do one more question. Already answered that one. Someone says, being the most powerful steam on the planet, Q2 Pennsy 4644 or the Yellowstone 2884 Which one would you pick? I'd pick the Yellowstone. I love the Yellowstones. I've got an MTH Yellowstone, and I don't know if Lionel bought their Yellowstone tooling or not, but yeah, I love that locomotive. It's a fantastic locomotive. I don't think anybody's done a Q2 and O scale. I could be wrong, but I don't think anyone's done. All right, so so that's going to do it. I think we'll call it a day here, and it's, what has it been? Wow, 2.5 hours. So we'll call it a day. I hope everyone enjoyed the show, and everyone enjoy your prizes that you got. I'll do another live show in a little while. We'll give away some other stuff too. And again, you know, if you, I haven't made a formal announcement about it yet, but if you look below my videos, you'll see a little, I'll show you what I mean. If you want to get any Eric's Trains merchandise, mute. Let's do the Piggly Wiggly video. So if you pull up a video on my channel, you should see, yeah, down here, you see this stuff here? That's the new merchandise store on Spring. So if you click on that, you can get some shorts in various colors that we've got: Appalachian and Western, some coffee mugs, wine cups, pint glasses, some girls attire, stickers, shorts, hoodies, phone cases, pretty much everything. They have some other ridiculous stuff that I didn't put on here, but like they have a sports bra. I was like, an Eric's Trains sports bra. There we go. So yeah, but that's the, so if you look at a video, you'll see that down below, and that's a legit thing. That's not a scam. That's actually from me. So, anyway, but that's why I'm starting to give away some of the shirts, because I'm probably going to shut down my current store that's on Shopify and just go with the Spring thing. Assuming the quality is good. I've got a couple samples coming, so we'll have to see what it's like. But anyway, so I guess that's going to do it for now. Hope everybody has a happy and safe 2023, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for coming out for the live show, and thanks so much for all the generous donations during the show. That was super generous and incredibly humbling. So yeah, maybe I'll get the sports bra and I'll wear it during my next live show. So yeah. Anyway, so that's it. Take care, and I'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks.